People just do not seem to be happy with what they do in life. They seem to be very obsessed with rewards, such as money or weight loss, whatever, and looking fish and everything. And one other thing, I was doing a bit of research there, and I found out that after money, the number two things that people look for is social status, and I just found that hard to believe. Like, why do people care so much about what other people think? I'm the type of person, my social status is invisible, I'd say, somewhere like that, because, people don't take much notice of me, which is good, sort of like that. I mean, I wouldn't like it if I was, like, the most unpopular guy in the area, and, everyone was roaring abuse at me, but, at the same time, it's quite simple to just sort of keep a low profile, I find, and that's what I'm perfectly happy to do, and the fact that people are so into rewards just really pisses me off, like, workers work for cash, not enjoyment. Yeah, that's what happens. People, I was talking to people in some woman in college. She was pretty old, and I was saying I'm going to be a postman and leave this course so I can enjoy myself. Because I think I'd enjoy being outside more. But she said, "Oh, you're only thinking about the short-term future. You're not thinking about the long-term. How are you going to make enough money to have a nice house and whatever?" I'm thinking, what the fuck? It's all about money. It's all about how much do you earn? I mean, I mentioned this is like times with my dad. I mentioned this in a previous video. Him asking me, what times do you get? Not asking me if I enjoy it. It's the same when you ask someone, how much money do you make? Enjoyment doesn't matter. Sure, nobody enjoys their work. It's about the more you get, the better. And it's ridiculous. I just don't understand it. And you get people saying, no one enjoys running. Well, I enjoy running most of the time, so unless something bad happened. I mean, can't remember the last time I didn't enjoy a run. It's too obsessed with money, too obsessed with social status, too obsessed with what other people think. I think that's ridiculous. I mean, okay, yeah, like, that's the thing. If you're a very social person, loads of people and everyone's talking about you, then I can understand why you might care a little bit, because they know what's going on in your life. But I guess if you do what I do and just try to keep a low profile in life and not really get to know people too well, it's very easy to just you stop caring about what other people think, because to you or to me or whatever, they don't matter, because they're just like people going by. You don't even know them. They don't. Like, I'm the opposite. Money's okay. Yeah, you need some money, but I'm very much of a minimalist type guy, and I think people are just so obsessed with all this cash and stuff. This cash, this money, and yeah, that's why I'm doing a personal training and strength conditioning course in college, and I don't like it. I think it's a stupid industry. I think it's ridiculous people paying money for. But I have no job line. I have nothing else lined up. So if I get a job as a postman, or even if I get fed up of Deliveroo, there's my two options. Number one, postman. Number two, cyclist for Deliveroo. If the postman don't get back to me after a while, I'm sure I'll just lose patience and join Deliveroo, because I want to get out there and just enjoy my life, and not if I have to live in a room, say, like, I don't know, let's say the size of this part of the room here, from what you can see, or even smaller, that's okay, as long as I have what I need. The bigger house you have, the more time you spend in it, and I think it's just, there's a big world out there that needs to be explored. So people who have the smaller houses probably see more, probably have more of the world to them. They've more space in a way, if you know what I mean. So people do this. It's like at school, people do whatever is popular. I mean, if you're in a school and you're in, say, a GA school, hurling and football thing, you do just make the team to have people like you and whatever. And people just, yeah, I understand this. People are ridiculous. It's like, some guy might play football in the school and he might absolutely love it, but he's not that good. So, people don't have much respect for him, and people, some other guy who hates it, and he actually really good at it. People respect him for that. I just find that ridiculous. I mean, why does it matter how good you are at something? Yeah, people are just raised that way. It's like rewards. You're brought up from a very young age. Like, if you do this, or if you be a good boy or girl this year, Santa Claus is gonna get you something. Santa Claus, and it makes people do it. It's all about the money, the incentive. It's like you're brought up to bring them up from a young age. You're just teaching them to do it for the rewards, not for the good of whatever it is. Like, you're not saying. You can do it to help somebody else, to make them feel good, to make you feel good. It's not like that. And okay, so that's it, my video today. What do you think? Comment section below. Do you think people are too obsessed with rewards? Do you think they're not enjoying the process of the whole thing, and That's why they're not succeeding in life, because you know they just eventually they procrastinate because deep down their mind doesn't want them to do it. So people, I find you actually less likely to be successful if you do something you don't like in life. So anyway, this is the Irish Funner, my video. Goodbye.